What's up, everybody?
What's going on, boys?
How are you tonight? We are here. We are live. We are definitely on time as usual. Let's see who we got here. A whole setting based around it. I got to try it out. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be great. Better with Bacon's here. Tag 1080. Ain't no way. You're damn right. Can't wait to hear more. Well, you will.
You will.
You definitely will. We are on the move, and we were cooking. We've been cooking on Cults as a Hawk. We have a shitload of it done. And we moved on to like the big adventure portion of it today, which is what we've been thinking it up in the background and working on it like crazy. And now like we're flying right in it. It's fucking awesome. In before the fantasy setting turns out to be a computer program inside their also unreleased anarcho-capitalist cyberpunk dystopia utopia setting. Yeah, that one's not coming for a while.
Yes.
Unfortunately. Which is part of their mod for Mass Effect. Yeah. Excited for this.
Nice.
I'm kind of glad that I waited to start a Shucked Oyster campaign.
Anytime's a good time.
Anytime's a good time, and as we will reveal, even if you're already running a campaign, not in this campaign setting,
oh yeah,
it'll still be a good time to start one. The van is here.
What's going on, man?
We got 1 minute. What are you talking about? 23:30 down here in Banana Land.
What?
Well, we also got, like last week, we had a little giveaway, and K Dolo won our giveaway, but he decided that he had too many books and had us pass it off to our runner-up, which is Butt Quack. And Butt Quack, you will be receiving your books soon. I'll be mailing them out tomorrow.
Yep.
We got a lot of things happening here, but tonight, ooh, it's green text, as you can see.
As you can't see.
As you can't see. But we have a 5 ebook called Vault of Magic that has shitloads of magic items in it. And
magic items and magic item tables.
Yeah, magic item tables, magic item creation. It's got all sorts of stuff. The art is excellent. This is by Kobold Press, Vault of Magic. So basically, if y'all super chat, if we get 20 super chats that are $5 or more, and you live in the U.S., because we're only shipping within the U.S.,
right?
We'll be having a little raffle at the end. We have this little wheel thing that we saw in someone else's stream and stole that'll select the winner out of the people who super chatted, and we'll ship that out to you inside the United States.
Yep.
So it's a lot of fun, and we're going to be doing this pretty much every week for the foreseeable future. We got a whole bunch of stuff to give away. And
who better than you guys?
This delay is an outrage. Are you kidding me?
What?
Would it be a Black Lodge Games stream if we were late? If we weren't late, if we were on time, I mean. Hey, people tearing off their skin is my shtick. Yeah. That thumbnail is actually our flesh golem that was made by our friend Dane Seipel, who will probably be in the chat at some point. And it's fucking awesome.
It's going to appear in Cults of the Hawk.
Yeah, which is coming end of March. And depending, if we have more art coming in or something like that, it might be a little delayed, but the text at least will be fully released.
All done.
Yeah, all done by that point. And it's really, really cool. It's so creepy.
Yeah.
If you are someone who has followed us for our vampire videos, World of Darkness, this is going to be right up your alley for fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. We got Magnificent Devil. We got Gregory Spurgeon. This is some gnarly looking art on the intro card.
Is.
Yeah, it is. That's for Cults as a Hawk, which is not surreal, not very funny or goofy. It's a deadly serious, very heavy book with very evil people in it for you to kill. Some of them
more than others.
Some of them more than others. They all got to go, but there's one cult in particular that is
just the worst.
Just the worst. And if you don't immediately try to destroy it, you're a bad person. And we got Black Lodge Games here saying you can go to this link that we posted and get signed up. You'll be part of our newsletter. That'll be just once a month. We're not going to spam you. Unless we have like a product release or something like that. But we will... you'll get our email, and you'll know when this next project is going live.
Yep.
Which is not going to be for a couple months. We're finishing Cults first, getting that out the door. So nobody worry about that. The chat jumped, of course. It's time. Chuck Norris, Invasion
Damn
USA.
right, man.
Yeah. Doesn't Australia have more than one time zone?
Who knows?
I don't know, but they're all upside down. Everyone sign up while you wait for BLG since they're late.
Yes.
Exactly. Time to riot. Wish I could stay and watch. Oh, we got a super chat already.
Whoa.
Eagerly waiting for Colts. Stoked about the Oysterverse.
Thank you, dude.
Nice, dude.
Eagerly waiting for Colts. Stoked about Oysterverse.
I forgot that President Biden was still on the clock with us. So thank you, President Biden, for that. You will be sorely missed. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. And we actually have on our locals. Damn, we got a lot of shit to shill tonight. If you join our locals using promo code FREN, FREN, you get a free month. But there's a whole bunch of stuff. All of the pre-made cults are already up on there.
Some of the spells are up there. The pre-made cults, all the art that we've got from Dane.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff,
Really,
and
really
more
cool
stuff to come on the locals.
Yeah.
Because we unlocked
the new tier, so we can do live streams over there, unlimited, and some other stuff. So
so stay tuned for that.
Yes. How's it going, Primeval Fantasy?
What's going on, man?
And I think that's the end of the shilling for us, by the way. And I don't think we have anything else to
until the actual topic.
Until the actual topic.
Shilling some more.
It's not really shilling. It's more. It's explaining to the audience what our next thoughts are and what we're doing. I'm going to be running this on my homebrew OSE DCC aberration of a system with bits of Errant and Exhumed and Hackmaster sprinkled in. Nice.
Cool. I don't know what Exhumed is. I haven't heard of that.
I don't know either. Is Errant Knights Errant?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Oysterverse.
You're damn right.
Yeah. That's the code name at the moment. The largest number of Australians share one time zone, but for West Australia, it's like 9 a.m. Interesting. What's up, Heath?
Hell yeah.
We got Spencer. We got Grognard.
Hell yeah.
Been playing some Starship Troopers. Got to pause it and check out this butte. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And we got our, as you can see, right? Just not going to do this. There we go. We got some Clyde Coomwell art in the back. I got to prepare for a war between ogres. Ooh. Long story short, the party has acquired an army of ogres, and they are using it to battle another army of ogres.
That is the appropriate way to use an army of ogres, to kill other ogres.
Yeah. I mean, we're not totally blocking your view. She's in the center where she belongs. Mm-hmm. I believe that background is from Ravenloft. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Love the
and
background.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. What's up, Negative Wisdom? What's up, Danny Fist? I'm convinced you guys make yourselves late on purpose just for the meme. We don't. And the thing is, usually when we don't try to be on time, everything works perfectly. And then when we try to be on time, everything goes horribly wrong. Wingnut is correct. The best rule books are the ones you can rip from your own, for your own setting.
Damn right.
Jack McCarthy.
Shout out to the Halfling Merchant League. Donate and help Jude.
That's right. Yeah, he's running a big a Goblinstein event, and people are donating for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and it's a good cause, and it should be a lot of fun. So check out Jack McCarthy's stuff.
Yep.
Go follow him on Twitter. He is one of our top guys for sure. And thank you for the $5. You want to know more about Mungo's wives?
You're in luck.
You are in luck. And you will learn more about Mungo's wives. Too many books. Yeah, I know. Okay, that was a cool effect with green text.
All planned.
I think I have the PDF, but sure, why not? Are you talking about the Shucked Oyster?
Maybe...
Vaults of Magic. Yeah. Okay. I will say Kobold Press makes solid products for 5e. I have a couple of their monster books. Yep.
Yeah. And the book is really well put together.
Yeah, it's really, really high quality, really nice. We've got some stuff from some other publishers that are also very, very good.
Right.
And it's, Kobold always makes good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Seem to make better 5e stuff than WotC. Exactly.
Which, to be fair, is a pretty low bar, but...
For the last 5 years, for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean sometimes? It's hard to do worse than WotC. In the modern day,
yeah.
I think pre-Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, or whatever the fuck it's called, it was supposed to be like considerably better. People said that was kind of a turning point. What about a fleshlight golem?
Well, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's your game. Once you get it, we can't stop you. But as always, we do encourage you to be normal. It is free. I've not been a fan of their stuff. Most of the time, I feel like it's just another third-party supplement.
I mean, that's fair. That is what it is, right?
It is another third-party supplement. Yeah.
You know, nothing wrong with that per se.
Yeah.
It's a well-made product.
But I will say, and this is a topic that we've been thinking about because I'm going to be making a video at some points relatively soon about the new Dungeon Master's Guide. In 5e, treasure as such generally doesn't matter. It's magic items. Those are literally the only thing. And so having more of those on hand if you're running 5e is always going to be good, especially if it's a long-term campaign.
Right.
You have not missed much.
Nothing
Jack.
yet.
We shilled the hell out of a lot of stuff, and we're just hanging out with you guys. A little bit of a silly Billy setting. Fun. It's not silly Billy. We got another one. I'm in a
giving mood. My child number 3 was born Monday morning. She finished 5 weeks early for Olds and 11 O's, but she's almost done in the NICU.
Oh, that's
hell
good to
yeah,
hear,
dude!
man.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. We love to hear this sort of stuff.
Yes.
We want all of you to be out having babies.
Yes.
That's awesome. Congratulations, man. And thank you for the $5.
Thank you.
But really, really, congratulations. That is very, very awesome.
A true win.
Come on, let me scroll. There we go.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Okay. Now clear. Okay, there we go. Now I can scroll. Rather give my money to Cobalt Press. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, it's even better because you're just giving your money
it to
to
anybody.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't immediately try to destroy it, you're a bad person. Equals the cult. All the PCs will join.
Well,
I very
maybe.
much doubt that they'll join this one.
I don't think even a group of player characters will not fall to this level of degeneracy.
Yeah, it is very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
They need to die.
They got to go. They got to be stopped.
Australia is like 6 months in advance. I believe it's August there. Yeah.
Might be.
It is. I mean, it's technically it's upside down, so it's summer there, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Isn't Invasion USA the one where Chuck gets into a bazooka battle?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that
But it
has to be
sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that has to be like multiple.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Oh shit. Someone's here with $20.
Whoa. Biden.
Come on, Mr. President.
What do you think would arise from two differents interacting with each other? Barbarians members sneaking into a city that a civ cult is operating within. I don't think they'd cooperate, but wanted to know your thoughts.
I mean, it really does depend. There's no inherent loyalty that's assumed, implied, or stated
Right.
with regard to different cults. And if there is any cooperation, and we do for at least one of the cults, there is, we make mention of this.
Yeah.
Nothing's free.
Yeah.
We'll just say.
Yeah. Nothing is ever free.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily. If you're a Diabolist, you've sold your soul to the devil. You're on the same side, like for sure. But that doesn't mean a whole lot.
Yeah, you're not a good person by definition, and
Right.
so.
It's been a rather mild summer in Australia.
Well, that's good.
All right.
It's really fucking cold in Texas right
I
now.
hate it
Sucks.
so much.
This is I did not move here for 20 degrees.
I want my money back.
But I'm not going back.
No, never.
But it's so there's no, you are on the same side cosmically. Cults may have reasons to interact with each other. There's like the especially the worst cult has things that other cultists will definitely want.
Yeah.
But it's not free.
Yeah, this is
And
not a unified cult of, Church of Asmodeus.
yeah. It's not like that at all.
A global affair, a global consolidated, organized conspiracy.
Right.
All of these things happen at the individual level,
Yeah.
and anything that comes out of that is really anchored in an individual's fall from grace.
Yeah, and that's actually like our civilized cult. Not to give any like real details away, but one of the Diabolists So you have 3 of the Diabolists they're all in kind of cahoots. They all came from really the same background, but there's another character who came from a totally different social background in the civilized society in this same location and came to Zahak through her own means. But then when they recognized each other, they all linked up.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's kind of the part of it is that we've been talking about the effects of Diabolism, and basically it's like the color saturation leaves the world. Like everything, food doesn't taste like anything to you anymore. It's this kind of like awful gray existence, but the only things that you see in like vibrant color are the other Diabolists. You immediately recognize the other bad
A
people.
truly black soul recognizes another.
Right. True, in terms of people to give money to, Kobold Press is far above WotC. I'm just not as big of a fan of their product's quality. Heck, I might just not be liking 5e anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair. But I will say, massive cut above the newest edition, of which I have the DMG, which is terrible. Advertising, yeah. BLG made me like Biden. How could you not like Biden? He was so funny. And that's the most important thing about a president is how funny they are, by far.
Fair.
And he was pretty good. Man, he said some great things. That's also fair. My interest in 5e dropped with what I'd heard about Tasha's. Yeah, and what I have heard, because I haven't even read that one, but from what I have heard, that's when things started going poorly for the rest of the game line. Errant is an OSR system with a shit ton of procedures. Okay.
Huh, interesting.
I will suggest checking out Knights Errant or Knight Errant. I kickstarted the PDF version of that, but it's like it's gonna be huge. It's like 500-page book, and I think the PDF, like the unlaid out PDF, is already out, but functions on like this kind of cool card combat system, which I'm not generally a huge fan of, but it's about knights and chivalry and all of that
courage
sort of
in
stuff.
battle.
Yeah, courage in battle,
So,
which I am always down for.
I definitely backed it, so I'm excited.
Gaffs made me enjoy Biden. Yeah.
Of course.
They found the one job he can almost do. Exactly. Yeah. Their system is a little unreliable, so to speak. But there's also multiple points of failure on the user end because you have to have notifications enabled for the app and then in the YouTube preferences. And it's possible that you can have either one or the other off. Because if you have notifications off on some sort of like global setting on your phone, they'll try and send it to you and it just gets bounced. Actually, you can't use the actual code name because that would give it away. Yeah. Well, we're going to kind of give it a little way. Are there going to be black lodges in the new setting, or is your channel name just false advertisement? There's going to be lodge entities in Cults of Zahak. For sure. I don't think that there's specifically going to be the Lynchian literal Black Lodge, though. I think that's there's some copyright concerns there. And it just doesn't really fit in Shadowdark or D&D. I'll be supporting this Kickstarter day one. That's what I want to hear. Thank you, man. Thank you. Nips that can cut diamonds. Yeah.
Yep.
It's cold, man. What am I going to say? Loving the black vampire chic.
Yep. And who doesn't?
Yeah.
Biden is the most unintentionally funniest president, and Trump is the most intentionally funniest president we've had.
Exactly. That is 100%
amazing
correct.
Times.
And thank you for the $5.
Thank you, dude.
Jack McCarthy, question. In your journey as indie publishers, what are some services you wish were better? Better print-on-demand options? Better marketing outlets?
Better everything. Everything. To be honest.
Better print-on-demand options, though.
Yeah, of course.
Drive-through is great. I love that it's there, and I have a shitload of drive-through books. But I do wish their print quality was better. But they've got the cheapest prices, for sure.
And that's all that it is right now.
That's all it is right now. When we get to scale and we have a lot more people backing the Kickstarters, then we might be able to do like premium things. When we make our own game, which we are, that will be like a premium offset print for sure.
Right.
Hey boys, looking forward to more of your setting. Wishing you the quickest Kickstarter yet.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. You guys take Be Normal very seriously. Looking a lot less Buscemi, I guess.
Well,
Is it because you're wearing a sweater?
maybe. It's
That might be it.
cold as
It's
hell.
cold as fuck, dude. God, that sounds awful in President Biden. False. It's awesome. No way I'm 60. My oldest is 20. Damn.
Whoa.
Release a supplement about prostitutes. We want you all having babies. What did Ginger Fraser mean by this? Yeah, exactly.
However it takes.
Yeah, whatever you got to do for the species. Too late for me to have kids. About to turn 47 and have no interest in a relationship. I think it's just the no interest in a relationship thing. Better with Bacon. Looks like we'll be chatting with.
Oh, hell
Runeslinger
yeah.
soon. Nice, very cool. We will definitely
Hopefully
watch that.
we also get to reconnect with Runeslinger.
Yeah, we should reach out to him.
Scheduling just didn't work.
Yeah,
initially.
And then we got dealing with Shucked Oyster and everything like that. It was
Right.
crazy. But we definitely still.
But
wanna play.
Runeslinger did put out a pair of very good videos.
Yeah, recently.
Within the past couple of weeks, which everybody should check out. Runeslinger is always very insightful.
Why the fuck am I still getting these notifications? The app is not open. Whatever.
Evidently it is.
That is so annoying. Let me see here. Not too late. You don't need a relationship. Just play the
There
right
you go.
music. Exactly.
Yeah. Run the Shucked Oyster. See what happens.
Yeah. 60.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck you, man. It's not 60 here.
Yeah.
God, the cold in Texas is brutal right
It
now.
sucks.
Yes, it is.
And it was like 86 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah. Nice try, FBI. I was raised a poor orc child. I also do not know any single women. Yeah,
You can change that.
you can change that. It was very warm here today in Quebec, above freezing. That's horrible.
God.
It's not above freezing here, but that is horrible.
Yeah.
Washington has been hot, yeah. Been below freezing here in south central Pennsylvania. Ugh, sorry, man. Which is the better D100 book for making cults, RuneQuest or Mithras?
Mithras, I would say. For making your own stuff, Mithras for
Yeah.
sure. RuneQuest, and in particular the latest edition of RuneQuest, it really is intended to be used in the Glorantha setting. They
Yeah.
give you a bunch of cults for deities and gods in Glorantha, but not as well suited to making your own stuff.
Yep. I wish I was back in the U.S. I'm stuck in Brazil. Probably won't be back
Oh,
until
man.
2027. Wow. So my super chat doesn't count on the goal count. More anti-Australian prejudice. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, they make you choose like a tier of super chat, and so it's $5 US is the minimum. Got down
Fuck
to
that.
-8. Oh my god, I hate that.
Terrible.
I don't drink and I get ignored on
Don't
dating
use
sites.
dating sites,
Yeah,
man.
They fucking blow.
Nobody should.
Thanks again for donating, Max Bovan. Nice to the Gobstein. Love it.
Oh, nice.
I think you can still find it. An ad for the Church of Azkar, the Eternal Bleeding Jackal Skull. It's from one of the revived You Don't Know Jack games.
Interesting. Huh.
Oh, Orkchild is Calvinoni, I guess.
Oh.
All right. Cool,
Okay.
cool. Good to know. Diabolists. Game
Yeah,
recognizes
something
game.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that, but way worse and more fucked up.
Is there any faction or player you would like to boost? This must be for the Gobstein. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Hey, Maliki. I hope the Berg is treating you well. I chose to take an Uber rather than the bus today. This is not the kind of weather to mess around. Yeah.
I don't ever
Okay, my
want to.
lunch break is nearly over. Going to have to catch the VOD later.
No
All
worries,
right. Well,
dude.
thank you, man. Thank you for
Thanks
the
for tuning in and thanks for the $5.
$5. Yeah. Lowest it's ever been here was 14. I had to work in it all day, every day, fixing broken pipes. Oh, jeez. That sucks, man. Watsy made too many changes brought about from Tasha's permanent. As written, the book is not that terrible. Okay.
I wouldn't know, but doesn't
Maybe you should hit
surprise
the
me.
bar tonight. Are you talking about lifting or going to a bar? Knight Errant did not fail. It had a huge boost. Yeah, it got some huge boost mid-campaign, and it succeeded.
Yeah, he went on a bunch of
I very much
different streams.
Yeah, I doubt that Knight Errant is going to be a woke fest. It's like he went on.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he went on McCrease's stream.
He did. Yeah.
So there's no chance of that. YouTube has been prioritizing algorithm over subs as well. No one uses the sub feed anymore. True. Like the homepage, gets stuff pushed to you, and it's not always your subscribers. It's things you're going to be mostly interested in. But I check my subscribers tab every day because I go, okay, there's nothing on the homepage that I want to watch. Let me see what the people I subscribe to say.
Right.
But subscribers are not as important as they used to be. If you're only getting views, if all you're chasing is views, they're not very important. But if you talk to your community like we do, have a community, then that's very different. There's also like the YouTube community feature that people do. Like they have like members and stuff like that.
I don't see what the benefit is yet.
I don't know either, because I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Let us know if you would want to be a YouTube member and what you would want out of it. But we've already got a locals, so
yeah,
I don't know that it makes sense to do that.
Yeah, and it just doesn't seem. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am.
We can do a lot more on locals than you can on YouTube.
Yes, that's true.
Let us know, because it's not something decision we're going to make soon. But I love the shucked oyster soda.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
The Black Lodge is the entryway to the setting, like how the wardrobe leads to Narnia. Well, we'll get to this as well. So you're not entirely off. K. Dillo's back.
Oh.
Vampire the Masquerade Player's Guide is Best Vampire.
He must be talking about a second edition book.
I think every edition has had a player's guide.
Really?
I think so. I might be wrong.
It's just been the rule book for me. Thank you for the $5 though, man.
Thank you.
And thank you for so generously passing on the book you won last time. Buckwhack will be very pleased.
He was not happy.
Reminds me, I need to get back to finishing Twin Peaks. Got season 3 to go. Nice. Might have to wait 20 years though.
Of course.
25. Will there be goth chicks in this setting?
Damn right there will.
Are you kidding? Of course there will be. Every setting has goth chicks. Yeah. Doesn't she look goth? Exactly. Oh, pipes froze. That sucks, man. Didn't want to presume. Why not? My first child will be born in October, though I'm bummed it won't be born in the U.S., although it will still be a citizen through me. Nice.
Nice. Congratulations, man. Hell yeah.
The farther a woman gets from 40, the higher chance for disabilities in the child, especially learning and mental.
A woman?
Yeah, you're not a woman, though.
Yeah.
You don't
I
have
hope
to,
not.
Yeah, you don't have to marry. You don't have to, have a child with.
Yeah, don't do that.
Talking about his sweater made me picture in a Nick Mr. Roger parody. Yeah. After last night's Diversity and Dragons stream, we're all recovering. Oh my God, yeah.
I didn't catch it. What was?
He broke down that the video. I think you were here when I watched it. It was the romance and D&D video where like the fat guy with the beard had he was talking about how he was running like sex games basically.
Oh yeah.
It was bad.
I mean,
it was rough.
How could it not be?
Yeah. It was a fun stream to watch though with D&D over there.
Again, just be normal.
Yeah. -5 here in Iowa. 2 thumbs down. Malachi, you're supposed to go for younger ones. My wife's 15 years my junior. Nice.
Nice. There you go.
57 degrees. We're all talking about the weather. Yeah. Nice. 77. How dare you? Question. How do you find a balance between artistic integrity in your work and mass appeal for a larger audience? For example, why not create for stuff for D&D 24 or at least 5e? We might do that at some point, but probably not.
Yeah.
And it's not just like artistic integrity. I just don't care about 5e in the same way that I care about other games. You know.
Yeah, and I mean from like an art standpoint, I really don't think there's a mutually exclusive dichotomy. I don't think there's a dichotomy at all. There's good art which is memorable, engaging, interesting, exciting, and
also
there's
it's a
art
mass
that's
audience.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
of course, like definitionally, it
Yeah.
hits a wide audience. You don't have to have a Rembrandt or something, which is also good art, but
Right.
you know,
Right.
it's just the art in all D&D supplements, all D&D books is just not good. And I don't even know what the style is, but we all know what it is.
Yeah.
Because everything looks precisely the same. You know that it's a digital like slap job. Everything
Yeah.
is flat pastel colors. Everybody, as you want to say, has SSRI eyes.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to do an action pose if you have an action scene that you're drawing or you're painting or what have you. It's just make good art that makes sense
Yeah.
with regard to the product. And if that product is interesting, good art for it will be good.
Yeah. Yeah. But mostly, I mean, it's like we could have a much bigger YouTube audience if we talked about 5e a lot, but we don't.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh God, we're missing out on the 5e views. It's not that at all. Like we just don't. If we don't want to talk about it,
We're not going to talk about it.
why would anyone want to listen
Yeah.
to us talk about it too?
But
is the
that
thing.
as well, yeah.
It's like, it just, we may do 5e things eventually, but I just don't want to.
I don't want to, and I don't
think it's also
even
going to be
think
as nearly
it's-
as popular as it was in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's
so.
like even if you wanted to
Yeah. Like we've missed
chase the bag in that
Yeah.
way, it's like I don't even.
the bag is
that's-
gone
that's-
already.
Yeah, it's
the bubble
over.
has popped. What would be
God.
the ideals and goals of a BLG game?
Oh man. Well,
High level of immersion.
yeah,
would be
immersion,
that.
role play first,
Everybody makes a character.
sincerity,
They plays their character and they stay in character.
Right.
As much as possible.
and beyond that, it would just be dependent on the genre.
Yeah, on the
what
genre.
type of game?
Yeah.
Like the ideals and goals of Cults of Zahak is very different than the Shucked Oyster.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know?
The best way to get women to want to have your kids is committing crimes. Yeah. It only gets to that book title heat, Fahrenheit 454. Yeah. I work in retail, so going to church on a regular basis is difficult. That does suck. I worked retail for a very, 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 very long time. Not just retail, but like service jobs and things like that.
Oof.
Going to a bar. I trained already this morning and this afternoon. All right, cool.
No, you're allowed.
I only use the sub feed. All right.
Just
Oh.
picked up the Shucked Oyster.
Oh
last
hell
week.
yeah,
Love it and working on incorporating it in our Shadow Dark live play.
Nice.
that's awesome, dude.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
glad
for
you
the
like
$5.
it. Thank you for the $5, and thank you for buying it.
Yeah, and if you guys want to, if you're doing that on a live play, if you have a YouTube channel that it sounds like, and you want to do a
let us
review
know.
of the Shucked Oyster, please do so. We would love that. Mm-hmm. The one church near me seems to only have people Saturday nights when they have bingo.
Many
Yeah.
such cases.
You're correct. I once worked stacking vending machines in the baddest big house in my area. Those women were nuts for the baddest dudes in there. Yeah. All right. Good to see you, Moon D.
Take it easy, man.
Savage Worlds Horror Companion made my day when I got it. I can use the system for World of Darkness style games. Nice.
Yeah.
I still have not read anything of Savage Worlds, and people say good things about it. So
It's good. It's just not to my taste. It's just not the tone I typically go for.
yeah, I might be wrong. Never admit it's a possibility. Yeah, yeah.
Big
we
true.
love that. Yeah. From Super Geek Mike. Yeah, that's the guy. Super Geek Mike is the one who did the video, and he
Romance,
said he was
yeah.
he said he was an OnlyFans model at some point. Just
The worst.
please don't, man. That was rough. Yeah. The more my kids that get into teen years, the higher my blood pressure goes. Many such cases. It was cringe. How's it going, man?
What's happening, dude?
The DD stream was hideous. That dude was a bizarro world Matt Colville. Yeah, kind of. Super Geeks Mike Mike's wife has her own zip code. Okay, yeah. We are not making fun of people's wives or girlfriends on this show. That stream was painful to watch. I had to wash my soul afterwards. Yeah, you need some eye bleach. We got some nice eye bleach though right here for you, courtesy of Clyde. I'm tried to say it right this time, Clyde Caldwell, but I've called him Clyde Coomwell so many times that it's just in my muscle memory now. My ex is 11 years younger than me, and I should have ended that within the first year. We were together for almost 9 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I got you beat, man. I had a 13-year. So, thanks, Magnificent Devil, for checking that out for science. People do need to branch
That's
out
true.
from 5e. There are much better games. There are games that are sort of similar to 5e that are better. Mm-hmm. The SSRIs, yeah. I'm sorry if you lost your sight or last meal at any point. I'm not disappointed in my answers, yeah. Weird for a guy with chubby in his name that you didn't appreciate the rotundity. Modern D&D art is safe. That is its biggest problem.
I don't even think that I don't think that that's true. I know what you mean, right? We can all recognize the same thing that we're talking about. It's just that it's bad. It's just that it's an absence of creativity.
Yeah.
Rather than an explicit effort to be safe.
Yeah. You're not missing out on the 5e views. They're missing out on the not 5e videos. That's true.
Yep.
We always love Mithras, and we will make more Mithras videos.
That's right.
We have another... I recorded the Exalted 2nd Edition review.
Oh, yeah.
And while I was editing it, I was so fucking bored with the way that I did it that I deleted it, and now I'm redoing it. So that'll come out. But we're going to continue with more reviews of books in the meantime. Our kind of higher level produced videos are on hold until we get some stuff out the door. Basically,
Right,
we finish
right.
Cults as a Hawk. Yeah, because those take up a lot of time making those.
They do.
But we'll be going over, I'll probably do one of Mithras itself, and definitely classic fantasy will be coming up.
Yeah.
And the Birthright campaign setting from AD&D 2E, I got that, and that's going to be really, really good. I've been reading it. It's fucking great. And if I were to run it, I would use classic fantasy, not AD&D 2E.
Something I'd like to do at some point. I picked up, was it last weekend? It must have been. The 25 or 30th. Nope.
Progressives like Super Geek Mike and the Hobby remind me of the Gulls and Ghosts of Mars.
Progressives like Super Geek Mike and the Hobby remind me of the Ghouls and Ghosts of Mars. I've actually never seen Ghosts of Mars. It's one of the Carpenter films I have not seen.
I haven't seen it either.
It has Ice Cube in it. It was 90s Carpenter and was apparently not good.
But briefly, I picked up the re-release of first edition Shadowrun, and I want to do a comparison. So I'm reading through that. It's very interesting.
Talk about bad art. Look at the new Shadowrun.
Oh yeah, everything is bad about it.
So bad. It's so bad.
But I want to do a Cyberpunk 2020 Shadowrun
Yeah, that'd be cool.
comparison.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. 5e is whack.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but
I just don't like it. Like,
yeah,
everything I've read, and I've never even played 5e.
I have.
I know you have, and I
Sadly.
very, very, very much trust your opinions. But I know how it works. How it works. I've watched 8 million videos about why the combat sucks and all this other stuff. My head is finally getting too warm. There we go. Haven't shaved my head in a while, so looking a little scraggly. And I am getting my, for those of you who have been commenting about my beard being out of control, I am getting it trimmed, so. I listen to you. I think
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Passion will get you further than chasing the trend. Absolutely. Better to have a small, dedicated audience than an unattached big audience.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard the trigger phrase you were reviewing Exalted 2, with or without the errata partial rewrite 100 for good Exalted content.
So without the errata, but I mention the errata heavily because, as you are well aware, and thank you for the $5, Exalted 2nd Edition, especially when you bring in other source books and stuff like that, even without the source books, is broken. The fucking rules are busted, which is such a damn shame. And everybody says the same thing, which is, I love Exalted. I just hated the fucking game. Not a lot of people were making stuff for 2024, but I think there may be an uptick now that the Monster Manual was released.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. But I mean, anything other than 0 is an increase, right? I don't know that there's going to be enough or a lot.
It's not going to be comparable to
2014.
Or make 2 characters each.
Damn
that is
right.
correct. Yeah, we are playing in Grognard's Horde Wars campaign right now. We had our first session last week.
Yep. We won. Are you winning, son?
We did.
Yes.
Yeah. Several of our characters went to 0 hit points several times. One of them did die. However, I was smart and made a priest as one of my career choices on one of my characters and resurrected him. But he cannot be resurrected again until he gains a character level.
Yep.
But it was so fun.
And we were each playing 2 characters.
2 characters. Yeah.
And it was easy.
Yeah. It was easy to do.
Yes.
I don't think running 2 5e characters would be easy or fun.
No. No.
But we are big Horde Wars enjoyers here at BLG. So
True.
You can go check out we won't be able to do a review of that until the physical books are out.
Yes.
But if you go check our channel, our live streams, we have 2 interviews, one for Horde Wars Basic, one for Horde Wars Advanced with Todd. We've played with Todd. Spencer's running a game for us. I may run a game with some of my neighbors soon who are a little tired of 5e and the decision paralysis that comes around with running, 7th level characters, and how long it takes. Horde Wars is a really, really good game for an action fantasy game.
It's shockingly good.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's simple while still maintaining
The rules are written so clearly.
Yeah.
There's no confusion. They have smart repetition in the book, which is also good. Like when you come across, there's I can't remember which thing it is, but there's a skill. I think it's healing. This is an example. Under healing, it tells you how to do stabilize a character, and it tells you that you need to have this medicine kit with you to do it. And under that skill, they have the equipment listing of the medicine kit and what it does. And then later on in the equipment chapter, they also have it there. So if you're trying to remember, oh God, how does stabilizing work? And you go there, most books are going to tell you stabilizing requires a medicine kit. And then you have to go look up what the medicine kit is. It's no. It's under the skill. It's awesome. It's very, very clearly made rule set. Advanced has 40 adventures in it or something like that. There's one actual full adventure, and then the others are half-page adventure scenarios for you to run with. The monsters are fucking awesome. It's deadly. Your characters are super powerful, but it's also very deadly. Like I said, one of our characters died, but we made Glug the Boneless explode, which was the most important part.
Indeed.
All that to say, we like Horde Wars.
Yep.
I get it. You'll do 5e if you feel excited about it. That way it would be sincere endeavor, not a soulish cash grab. Exactly. That's why you guys are my guys. That's exactly correct. And that's also how we decide what we want to work on and make is when an idea grabs us, and we can't let it go. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
D&D 2024 is the first edition to have sold less than previous editions. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yep.
Watching BLG makes me want to make a BLT. We are BLT enjoyers. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one hates fat people more than other smaller fat people. Yeah. So any chance of a BLG review of Condor's RPG?
Nope.
No, absolutely not. We'll look into it once I get through it all. Finally got the shipping notification for my physical copy. I had to wait to order from the Kickstarter. Yeah, that's good to hear, man. We too have waited for shipping notifications for the Shucked Oyster many times, and it has sucked. Love the Shucked Oyster. Looking forward to
Hell
running my
yeah.
campaign. Damn, we love it. We love to hear it.
Yeah, dude.
Currently only doing live plays. Okay. Well,
All
yeah.
right.
Please, hit us on Twitter or something. Tag us in the live play. We would love to see it. Condor apparently made it RPG, I guess. Good for him. Surely you jest, and I don't call you. Call me Shane. All right. Savage Worlds is great and very customizable. I run it very gritty, and over a decade, it's been the most popular system out
Nice.
of the tables. Nice. I have not tried
Haven't.
Mothership. I've heard mixed things about Mothership. Some people say it's good.
It's amazing, and some people say it's trash. Yeah.
And strangely, it was two people saying those different things, and they're both people I trust. Savage Worlds sound like it might be rules light for BLG's tastes. I personally really like it though, like Malachi.
Yeah, it does very quick pulp-inspired stuff very well.
I don't hate rules light games. For a longer term campaign, I do like a little crunchier system, but
The thing I don't like about Shadowrun, especially if you're using the source wheel, fantasy, horror, there is to make a character, there's a ton of flipping back and forth. I hate that.
I hate that.
I do hate that.
Yeah. Good call on not talking about people's families. Classy BLG. Yeah. Even when we don't like other people, we don't ever don't bring that to our chat, please. We don't want that.
And Swagnesium is trying out Genesis next week, which is awesome. I am a Genesis enjoyer. That is the generic iteration of the Fantasy Flight game system,
Right.
which they made for their Star Wars Edge of the Empire,
Right.
et cetera, which I am a fan of. We are
Yeah.
not story gamers, but it's really well done.
Yeah.
Star Wars. I like it.
I'm also going to be reading Blades in the Dark soon.
Oh yeah.
And we'll do a review of that. I've never been married, but I've never been divorced. Good for you, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that men age like wine while women age like milk. There is no secret to it. Just work on yourself and find a woman that you just enjoy being around without having to jump through hoops.
Yes.
I know it's probably a ways off, but I'm curious what a bog Turp system would look like. Have you thrown around any ideas about making a Turk?
Yes.
We have. Yes.
Yes.
Too early to talk about now.
Yeah, too early to talk about now.
But yes.
Before the end of the year, you will be hearing something.
Correct.
But yes, we have. And
You guys will just have to
we'll
stay
just have
tuned.
to stay tuned, yeah. Shadow Dark, for instance, similar to 5e, but much better. Correct.
Agreed. Yeah.
Modern fantasy art
Yeah.
is Tumblr-esque. That is true.
Yep. Good to see you, Dane.
Black Sword Hack, one of the best games you've never heard of.
Yeah, dude.
We'll be doing.
I never heard it until Spencer
until
told
you
us
told
about
us
it,
about it,
and
yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah. And we haven't played Black Sword Hack, but we have played elements of Black Sword Hack
Yes. Yes.
in Spencer's Holmes Black Sword Hack mashup, in which we controlled 3 to 4 characters apiece.
Yep. And it was also very easy.
Oh man,
we did.
How dare you do a video demonstrate? Oh wait, hold on. We'll get back to this one.
There
That's
you go.
good to hear, man.
That is
$5,
great to hear.
Yeah, your wife
That's
is
what
awesome.
You want.
We love it. Okay, here's the thing. We did a whole stream about how actual play is unwatchable, and we set out to make a watchable actual play, and I think we did a pretty damn good job. Nobody watched it. Yeah, but it's a single session of Mithras combat, essentially. It's on our
But
channel.
if you want to,
It's
what is
called
it? Butcher's.
Butchers of Avalok.
Yeah.
And it takes place
I'm
in
48 words in an herb that takes inspiration from Mithras but uses its statistical system. I'm hoping you review one day.
48,000
words into an RPG that takes inspiration from Mithras but
Ooh.
uses a D6 dice pool system. I'm hoping you review it one day.
Oh, hell yeah.
We absolutely
keep
will.
us posted.
Yeah,
we
keep
will.
us posted.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Thank you for the $5.
Thoughts on use of AF mean. I just did Grok 3 run me solo through the beginning of the Lost City, and it was actually really immersive. Grok even caved my soul with the mace. 10 feet.
Based Grok 3.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried Grok 3 yet. I think my feeling is if the AI gets good enough and it can essentially fool us and it can if it can keep track of a world and do those things, and you have no one to game with, then give it a shot.
Yeah.
But I think that RPGs they're a social experience, and it's like it's good to play with people and make friends, and it's just going to always be better. Even if the AI is better at describing things than me, it's not even always about that. It's like it's one of these things. If you have to play online, that's fine. I used to have to do that because I didn't have a group in person, but having a group in person, there's just nothing beats it. So yeah, but thank you for the $10. But yes, our Mithras live play of the combat is called Butchers of Avalok. It is on our YouTube channel. It's a video, and we made some mistakes in the rules. People pointed out in the comments, as we knew we were going to do, because we were just flying by the seat of our pants. Yep. But it's there, and we've done it.
Rope tried to work with me and ignored Mike's card.
Oh, but what was that? Somebody did send us.
I don't remember what it is. It was very funny. It let us do anything. That
we made it do very awful things.
Yes,
and it did them.
Yeah,
and then the free trial ran out after like 10 minutes, and we were like,
"That was fun."
That was fun.
Yeah,
but it had no guardrails.
Yeah. Which is amazing. That was very surprising.
Let's see. He's responding to Magnificent Devil from something. I agree 100%, but I do think the best move is for BLG to no talk about it. Huh.
I'm still plugging away at a Chrome and double barrel hack of as a down punk game.
Nice.
Mad Max and Flare to quicker combat and less charge.
Nice.
Awesome.
We may have at some point a video on a Mad Max like setting, system agnostic.
Yes.
That we'll keep you guys appraised of it at some point. Not by us. It's someone else's book, but that is very cool. I think I had the old edition of Atomic Punk, and I need to go
update your repertoire.
I don't think I got it through drive-through though. That's fine. I'll buy another copy. My wife goes to the gym. I work a job that takes care of that mostly. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Have you played any Hellmarch yet? Alchemic Raker on stream when? We have not played Hellmarch yet, but I have read it. And the GM advice section that he gave was very, very good. Kind of trying to bridge the 50-year gap of people without wargaming experience. And this was the cool thing about Hellmarch, is that Hellmarch is something you can use with any RPG. Like I was thinking, like this could be used with Mithras very easily, because it is like the troops are abstracted, and Mithras has a very good mass combat system. But for like skirmish level things where you have 30 people aside, there seems to be a gap in a lot of games. Hellmarch is excellent. It is a silver bestseller on Drive-Thru RPG already. And we will probably have Raker on at some point. But we're also not ever having people on streams again. And the reason is because we'll get more reach if we cut our interviews with people into an actual video and release that.
Right.
Which will be better,
the
better
other
for
person,
us,
of
and
course.
it'll be better for them as well.
Right.
So live streams is always just going to be us guys from here on out. But we will have him on the channel. And I think he might be coming to North Texas. Which
nice.
we'll be at North Texas RPG Con.
Yep.
And we'll have a booth.
Indeed.
We're going to be selling stuff, and we're going to be playing games, and we're going to be running games.
And maybe one of those games will be Vampire as well.
Yeah, and maybe one of those games is actually going to be a playtest. It probably won't be a playtest at that point. It won't be a playtest. It's not even a playtest because the game already exists. That game being Shadow Dark. But I think it's almost time for us to talk about the topic here. And we will be running the Shucked Oyster, and we'll also be running the Shucked Oyster campaign setting at North Texas RPG Con. The Shucked Oyster campaign setting is going to be rad.
Indeed. And the lady in the middle is a hint if you are
at all familiar with what universe someone already said it's from. This is a picture of a beautiful, buxom vampire lass from Ravenloft.
Right. And if you are a fan of Ravenloft or gothic horror in general, those horror tropes, if you're a fan of Mungo Borlov,
And his
if you picked
vampire
up-
brides.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You will, as someone had asked, you will
Learn
get the full
considerably
scoop,
more.
get to run into all of them. This
Yeah.
is going to be our sort of love letter to Ravenloft.
I should preface this
Yeah.
with neither of us have ever read Ravenloft, though.
No, and who needs to, though?
So it's
I get it. It's got Draculas.
It's got
Draculas, and it's got werewolves, and it's got gypsies.
Yeah.
I already got the rest. Like
Yeah.
the Ben Affleck playing a Brit. Got it. You know.
The way in which it is like Ravenloft is that it's a gothic horror world. There is a
Yes.
very powerful vampire, and you can get warped to that world
From anywhere.
from anywhere,
You
any
know.
campaign setting.
Yes.
But that's where the similarities are going to end.
Well, I would say it's also going to be like Ravenloft in that it's not just going to have vampires,
Oh yeah,
right? So all of the biggest, greatest horror tropes, horror archetypes will be represented, and some
Yeah.
less represented, but are still
Yeah.
very cool. And all through the sort of shucked oyster, shadow dark, comedic surrealist
Yeah.
lens.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to be super serious, melodramatic
Yeah.
Strahd von Zarovich or Bram Stoker's Dracula or Vampire the Masquerade in that
Yeah.
tone.
The melancholy is not going to be there.
No, or if it is
The-
there, it's going to be comically so.
Comically so,
for
yeah.
the
For the bit,
For the
yeah.
bit. So, do we want to
Yeah.
mention a little bit about some of the locales and the thematics?
Yeah,
that will
so
be present. And
this
it's
is-
not just going to be a setting. There's going to be player options, new classes.
Yes.
New items.
New classes, new items, there's going to be a new magic system with new spells in there.
Yep.
We are going to have a lot of different locales.
Yes.
And the locales are going to be filled with a bunch of fucked
Awesome.
up, weird,
Yes.
bizarre NPCs, just in the
Just
style
like
of,
the Shucked Oyster.
just like the Shucked
network
Oyster.
soap opera
Yeah.
shit show.
Except it's going to be on a grand
Yes.
scale.
So the chaos is going to be compounded by orders of magnitude, or it can
Right.
be, and almost certainly will be.
Right. We'll have new monsters. The each region and set of NPCs is going to have all sorts of random encounter tables that you can use for wilderness adventures and city adventures. All of those different things to get you embroiled in the chaos of this world and the different factions.
Will Borlov's spawn see him as an absentee father?
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll
I
have
don't
to think
know.
about
We'll
that.
have to see.
Yeah. And it will also be great to use with Hellmarch. Hellmarch will not be included.
Oh, yeah.
That's not our
Yeah.
product, but it'll be great to use with Hellmarch because there are situations where you could have wars develop. I mean, there's like an ongoing series of wars.
Yeah.
Going
None of these
on.
people like each
Yeah,
other.
nobody likes each other.
None of the top dogs like each other.
Yeah, they're all petty and weird. And it's going to have, if you want to run the Shucked Oyster, that can be an entry point into this world, or you can encounter the Shucked Oyster in this world. And this is what we
Correct.
were saying. Convince me. Come on, Biden.
Convince me I need this setting as if I'm a vampire.
Well, there's a lot of blood to have.
Yeah, a
there.
lot of blood.
There's a
So
lot of blood.
If you like
and-
blood, and as a vampire, you should.
And Vampire Land is top dog. They are the ones that are
Yes.
that have Mungo Borlov is in charge.
Mungo's domain.
Mungo's domain is
Although
big.
not quite as in charge as he would like, because
That's
he's
true.
got a trio of
He's been out of the picture for a couple
petty
hundred
broads
years. Yeah,
who have totally wrecked his castle.
right. And his lands.
Yes.
And he will have his own adventure. That will be the sample adventure of the campaign setting. Will be Castle of the Bloodlord.
Yes.
Because Mungo Borlov is
the Lord of
of the
Blood.
Blood. Yeah.
Of course.
And all of his powers are blood based. If you've read the Shucked Oyster.
Yeah.
But it is it'll work well with Hellmarch. It'll work well if you're just doing adventuring and dungeoneering. If you, and this is the thing, our players, my players which is inclusive of Nick, were in the Oran Empire and Axe, and they are no longer in the Oran Empire. They fell down a bottomless pit, and now they're in the Oysterverse.
I purposely went down
That's true.
the bottomless pit.
Yeah. But it's you can get summoned to this land because there are these different factions warring, and these cultists, they use like this potent rituals to draw in heroes and villains from other dimensions, campaign settings, essentially, to warp them in to fight in their war.
Yeah.
And of course, it almost never works because nobody wants to be in this place. And so when you ask, can you send me back? They're like, what?
What do you
What are
mean?
you even talking about? The physics on that wouldn't even make sense. Go back.
Go back to where
To
even?
where? Yeah.
I summoned you.
Yeah.
So
they might think that they're summoning a demon, but they summon you, and that
Yeah.
you're not under their control. But you can also get there in an enormous number of stupid ways, like falling down a hole, or if you're in a dungeon and there's the evil magic glowing artifact that you know you're not supposed to touch, but you do touch it, maybe you end up in
Oysterloft.
in Oysterloft, in the Oysterverse. You could open the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and accidentally, like, you're going through the clothes, and then you come out the other side somewhere in the countryside in the Oysterverse.
Yep.
Any stupid excuse that you can use
Is a
and
way in.
The dumber, the better,
better, of course.
to get them into this world, and then you're stuck. You might be. It's up to the GM and the players to find a way out if they want to find a way out. But you can also be born in the Oysterverse, which so we're
of
going to
course.
have custom races for it, custom classes, and the various locales. It's not just Vampire Land.
Right. Of course. Yeah, there's Mungo, top dog in competition with his brides.
Yeah.
But he's got some contenders.
Yeah.
We've got, of course, the overly melodramatic, overly masquerade Banshee Queen, where it is Goth Town. Everything is beautiful and tragic.
Yeah.
Why is your mascara not running?
Yeah.
All at all times.
And-
why is your kiss makeup not on?
And she is one of Mungo's exes.
But they're
on good terms. They're
on
kind
good
of friends. Yeah.
which none of his wives believe, and they hate
it. Yeah, they hate her.
her. Yes.
And there is, of course, the Victorian, the lightning striking the laboratory,
Yeah.
Frankenstein land.
Galvanized iron,
Yeah.
Tesla coils, alchemy, bubbling beakers, weird science, Frankenstein, and maybe some other things as well, alchemically related and horror related. Leave that to you to determine. But
there is less than 50 minutes to get the $4 or $5 super chats in for the giveaway. You're damn right. Thank you.
You're right. Thank you for the reminder.
Exactly.
Just quickly, just for those
Franken-shucked.
for those who were not here at the beginning, we're giving away
Vault of Magic
by and
Cobalt Press. Yeah, I
green
know.
text. Vault of Magic Cobalt Press. Ton. What is it? 234 pages, I think,
it's a
of magic items.
load of magic items. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very well done book. And if we get to 20 super chats of $5 or more a piece, and you live in the U.S.,
Yes.
then you get entered into this little spinner thing that we'll show you at the end. And if you win this, if you get chosen on the spinner and you live in the U.S., we will ship this to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Creature from the Black Lagoon, possibly,
maybe
I don't know that there is a lagoon land, but he
But-
may fit well
in the mud.
Yeah. Gotta clock in those dollar dues.
dues.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
There's something obvious. It almost goes without saying. I can't
Right.
believe I have to explain this, but there are many commodities, but one above
Right.
all, something that every dark power, every faction leader is after for different reasons, is of course this location in the center of all of the different domains. And as of right now, one of the faction leaders has dominion over it,
Right.
but that could change.
That could change.
very quickly.
Yeah.
Is this special ghost mud.
Yeah.
This, these endless fields where battles for ages have happened. Many people, their bodies have decomposed. Entire fortresses and castles have been swallowed up by the muck. Endless calamity, endless bloodshed, suffering in these fields, these mucky, like Flanders World War I fields. It's a shithole.
But the mud is magic.
Yes.
And it's a potent, unobtainium style magic ingredient for all sorts of things.
Right.
The Banshee woman, she needs it to make, magic mascara and all of this other stuff. Obviously. Frankenstein land, this is going to be great for golems.
Yeah, making Frankensteins yourself, or if you are making a Jekyll and Hyde potion or something else.
True.
You can certainly do that.
Transmogrifying properties. It's got all sorts of stuff. But the point is, everyone needs this mud.
Yes.
And anyone who controls it, they're going to have all these mud farmers. And it's this grimy, disgusting land that everyone needs and wants.
Yeah.
And there's a lich king.
Yes, he of course, sacrilegious to everybody else, understands rightly that the only thing wrong with the mud is that it's mud and not sand. Yeah. Because there's some sort of black pyramid or some ancient obsidian ruin, or at least so he claims. But if he can desiccate the mud and put it in his chrono hourglass,
his massive magical hourglass that he needs for purposes,
which you may or may not figure out.
Right. But he needs to turn the mud into sand.
Of course. Yeah. So everybody wants this shit, and everybody is more than willing to sacrifice the peasants and gypsies of Oysterloft, and you all and your player characters to go out there and get it.
Right. And of course, so this is the big coming conflict, because now that Mungo's back, there's a new player. Everything's been shaken up politically. The stasis of this world has been completely upset. Mm-hmm. Is that they may be on the verge of Mud War 3. Because they had what they thought was the war to end all mud wars.
Yeah.
To end all mud wars.
End all mud.
Yeah.
Post mud to soul sand. Soul sand is in Minecraft. Where is this?
Who knows,
Who
man?
knows?
This is for you and your players to decide.
Figure out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then there was, and certain nations were more at fault for Mud War 1 than others. So they were given really powerful sanctions. Yeah, the appropriate sanctions. Yes. But some people even argue that Mud War...
It just laid the groundwork for Mud War 2.
Yeah, some people even don't even think that there is a distinction between Mud War 1 and Mud War 2. But this is truly Mud War 3. The big weapons are coming out. And it's possible that this could be
really the
end.
War to end all
really
mud
the
wars.
war to end all wars. Yeah, all mud wars.
Of course. Now there will always be wars, but this may be the last mud war.
The last mud war, exactly. But it's good.
Yeah.
But of course, since there's all of these different monster factions, because they're the rulers of the land, there's also we mentioned in the Shucked Oyster Goodland, which was founded by our hero Gaston
the Righteous.
Yeah, his domain will be accounted for. This is one of the few areas of law. Mm-hmm. It's mostly chaos out there. But because you have all of these miserable weirdos and wizards and monsters fighting each other in these empires, there's just ruins everywhere. So there's dungeons everywhere, and they're all weird. And we've got... we're going to have some dungeons that will be like add-ons on the Kickstarter that will be available on that as well to go with it. But this is a place where you can get really weird and really goofy and creative without the strictures of a more rationalized world. This is to lean into the weird surrealness of things like the Shucked Oyster on a just a bigger scale. It's a world scale instead of just a single place. So there can be other weird locations like the Shucked Oyster of your own design and probably of ours as well.
Yeah, and again, this is all going to be anchored and conveyed through definitely wacky, definitely eccentric characters,
Mm-hmm.
but they're going to be fleshed out just like we did in the Shucked Oyster. They're going to
I
be.
can't believe I'm gonna die for some fun.
You better believe it.
Yeah, well,
If you
someone
believe
is.
in Ghost Mud, you're in one.
Yeah. Thank you for the $2.
Yeah. But so obviously there's some very recognizable themes that are being amped up to 11, but there's going to be some very memorable characters. A
Yeah.
lot of them are going to be funny, but it's
But
all taken seriously.
It's all taken seriously
within
the
that
world,
within that world.
which
There's
is what's going to make it way more funny.
there's a labyrinth region under control of the Goblin King.
Yeah. Yes, there was, but one of his goblins works for Mungo.
Yes,
Gumbus. Yeah,
of
because-
course. He's a defector, a traitor to the Goblin King.
Because the Goblin King is like, no, Gumbus, dance,
Keep dancing.
keep
Don't stop dancing.
And he's just like, these guys just don't take torture seriously enough.
Yes, that's the art form that it is.
Yeah, so he had to defect to Mungo's castle, and he lives in there.
Yeah, now
and
he's
the prime torturer.
Prime torturer.
Yeah,
and
and
he
so-
may be feeding one of Mungo's brides state secrets to Goblin Kingdom.
Exactly. So there's treachery afoot everywhere. All the characters are going to have the links across empires and to different people. So there's lots of conflicts that can happen at
and
a big
across
scale.
all of the empires, there's a mysterious moon cult
Right.
that no one domain claims dominion over.
Right.
But they're all looking for something. They're all fanatically devoted to the moon, which is very is very strange.
It's very weird. Yeah.
The moon. It seems on most nights to have the tortured face like something out of Hellraiser.
yeah.
On the face of the moon, leering down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's screaming. Sometimes it's laughing. Sometimes it's contorted in pain.
It's, you might say it's not the phases of the moon, but the faces of the moon. Yeah.
Yes. There's maybe a mystery to be unlocked there.
Yeah.
What are they after?
Yeah. So that's kind of the initial pitch for this thing. It's going to be fucking hilarious. And
Yes.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
We're already having a lot of fun playing it. So, all right, let's see what we've missed here. Bum. I think Exalted would work in Horde Wars Advanced.
You would know more than I. I've never played or run Exalted.
I don't think so. I don't think it would work. I would just play Lone Wolf Fists instead of Exalted at this point.
Yeah.
Why do you hate yourself? Exalted is painful. I wish I didn't love it so much. Exactly. Lone Wolf Fists. Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Let's get down here a little bit. 5e is very simple to convert into as well. If you just want to use the lore, it doesn't work. Don't know what we're talking about because I scrolled down too much. Condor is a loon, but I can't bring myself to actually dislike him because he at least has a shred of integrity.
I
don't know.
I just stopped
I watched like
caring
3 of
like
his
a year
videos
ago, and I
first-
just
yeah.
haven't seen any of his videos hop up on my feed, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, and we had someone retweeted him, or no, screen capped one of his
Bonus
tweets.
points
Yeah.
if the moon leers at the world while it ends the world.
Bonus points if the moon leers at the world while it ends
may.
the world. It might.
Unless you stop it
Yeah,
or spur it on. It's up to you.
it's up to you. I know that's
It's your call, man.
yeah, it's player agency is what we like. I think your actual play was more of a tutorial than an actual play, potentially.
Fair. I mean, we were just going through it. It was a self-contained,
Yeah, and that was the thing. It
like an
took us
encounter.
Yeah, like we had to, because to make like entertaining actual play, we found was as difficult as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
was
Like
tough.
we recorded it 5 or 6
Four
times.
times.
Yeah, four
Yeah.
times.
With different scenarios, but and characters.
Yeah,
But
it wasn't scripted. We were
Yeah,
going
but even,
through.
it was like we were playing.
Here's the premise.
Yeah, we were role playing, and we felt that things moved really, really fast because that's what it feels like
And
in the
it did
moment.
not.
It did not.
Yeah.
Butchers of Avalok, I'll look it up. Trashing 5e doesn't seem to be effective in getting people to try. Playing a Cthulhu campaign now with the group, so I
Nice.
feel they need just a little push. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're already playing, I'm assuming Call of Cthulhu. If they like that, that's hugely different than 5e in both thematics, expectation, and rules. So I think you're in a good place.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm glad that Butchers of Avalok made you excited for the setting.
Oh,
It's going to
nice.
be really fucking cool. More than just a social experience, RPGs are a human experience. Even
Yes.
solo RPGs have their strengths in tapping into deep wells of imagination and creativity, which AI could interfere with.
It's
Maybe.
also just a matter of, again, regardless of how proficient AI gets or any technology gets, you really do have to be asking yourself, am I wasting my time? Is my mother right
Correct. Yeah.
with how I'm using my limited time on the planet? Is this worthwhile in any way?
This week I started reading Dracula again
Hell
for
yeah,
the first
man.
time since a teenager. Forgotten how good it is. Yeah, it's so good. Being fans of Twin Peaks and horror, what are your guys' thoughts on Silent Hill?
I enjoy Silent Hill. I
I
haven't
like
played
Silent
it
Hill.
since it came out. No. I played it after it came out, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been 20 years since I played it.
Earlier in the stream, we talked about Cultists of Hawk with our cultists and all that stuff. That is for Mithras. The one we were talking about the shucked oyster, is for Shadowdark, though.
Correct.
I'm a cultured vampire. I don't dine all willy-nilly. Yeah. I cannot take the name Mungo seriously because of Blazing Saddles. I've never seen that movie all the way through.
Really?
Yeah.
There is a character called Mungo,
Yeah.
but
That is not where his name came from, though.
no, it came up because we just came
because
up
we
with
came
it
with
in the
and thought
moment.
and we thought it
And
sounded
it was funny.
retarded.
Yeah, it is not meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah. How much? Well, it is. It's meant to be
Within-
taken very seriously.
Yes.
How Mungo Borlov got his groove back, part of the greater Shucked cinematic universe. Yeah. The Shucked phlegmatic universe. Yeah. Creature from the Black Lagoon was from the Amazon. He who controls the mud controls the galaxy. Yeah.
They're-
The mud must flow.
Yep.
Ravenloft does have all the classic Universal / Hammer monsters in it, but everyone just focuses on Strahd, so it is what it is.
Well, you're not going to be able to focus on only Mungo here
Yeah.
because the world won't let you.
This really gets the gears turning. I love having different worlds where the concerns and priorities are so alien from the world the characters are typically from.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
You'll be
man.
the fish
Yep.
out of water. Your players
Oh,
will,
yeah.
which is a ton of fun.
Why don't you know about the mud? Why
Yeah.
don't you care about the mud?
Oh, and it looks like we got our 20th super chat. Thank you guys.
Nice. We'll get
Yeah.
everybody's
We'll
names
yeah.
added to the wheel at the end. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
And once again, where everybody will be entered into the raffle will be
Vault of
Magic. Absolute ton of different magic items, all types, all kinds, all power levels.
I don't know what weapons will be used to fight Mud War 3, but Mud War 4 will be fought with sand.
Set some luminary in Oyster Lock.
We may have to steal this. Thank
Yeah.
you, man. That's very funny. I have the Von Richten Monster Hunters Compendiums. Awesome books.
Nice.
Mudageddon, yeah. Mud Incoming, Mudpocalypse. I used to own I6, which is Ravenloft. Sold it off before it was so valuable. Yeah. Are there pig monsters in the Magic Mud?
Maybe.
Most
We'll have to
likely,
see.
yeah. I have the 2e conversion of Ravenloft. I think it's called House of Strahd. So much better than the original. Interesting. I have never read any of them, so this is the extent of my knowledge of
Yeah.
Ravenloft.
I saw this picture.
Yeah. Mud and blood. Yeah.
Yep.
Mud must flow. You know, the horror of the mud facials. Mud for the mud god. Yeah. You guys are getting it.
Yes.
I've always liked the dynamic of a Frankenstein-type scientist and a traditional necromancer developing a rivalry and fighting over what is the better way to create undead. Something to think
Yeah.
about. Well,
very
We
interestingly.
have, very interestingly, the first dungeon that we're going to be releasing, kind of a standalone thing, is going to be two different
rival
wizards. Two
wizards.
rival wizards who had a disagreement about the use of angles in the creation of
various
goos and
goos
slimes. Yeah. So that you're already thinking in the correct terms here.
These are the deep, arcane questions
Right.
that super geniuses
Yeah.
are
If you're
putting to rest.
Right. Is the
Is it an ooze or is it a slime?
Is it an ooze?
There is a distinction.
There is a massive distinction. And if you're creating the ultimate goop ever, is it the gelatinous tesseract? Or the recursive slime?
Yeah. And
It's very important.
You better choose wisely.
Yeah, you better choose wisely. Fucking Gumbus, love the names. Yeah, Gumbus, and the reason that Gumbus is a character was when we were running. Oh
It's
my
so
god,
stupid.
So in our game, our players got a hold of a crystal ball, and it only has a certain number of uses per day. It allows you to scry, and the player couldn't remember Mungo Borlov's name, and so he said, "Fine, show me Gumbus." And so
Yeah.
I just looked at Nick, and we instantly were like, "This is a character now."
Of course.
And so I was like, "You see this goblin who's like cranking this rack,
Cackling.
torturing, like cackling," and they're like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" I was like, "That's Gumbus." Yeah,
The ball answered your question.
yeah, yeah. So that was thank you to our players for coming up with Gumbus by accident. Why does Strahd's castle have 2 adult red dragons in a 10-foot wide hallway? I don't know.
Why not? More to the point.
Yeah, it's Strahd's house. He wants adult red dragons in the guest rooms. That's his
his
business.
business.
Exactly. It does not make sense for the milieu of the setting. Probably.
Yes.
You are probably correct. It's your game. Feel free to change it. Yeah, Godbound is also possibly a good choice for Exalted. I don't know. I haven't played Godbound. I haven't read it either. There are Exalted mods based on the D6 Exalted Quick Start rules that were made into complete games. They are still available on the net.
Huh.
Interesting. All right, we're not going to read any of those. I was not the first one to point it out, but it was an aha moment. Okay. Is your campaign setting going to have the ability to summon a henway? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
It might.
But maybe.
What? Mongo? Yeah. Do a Blazing Saddles watch
that's
party
Evan.
on vocals. Oh, we could. Oh,
I don't know. What
I hate you. He probably just got me again. He got me earlier.
Yeah.
Oh no, Blazing Saddles is one of the must-see movies.
That is true. It is.
Yeah. Sounds like it is. Thank you, everyone. There will be a giveaway. There will.
That's right.
I am Mud, Soiler of Boots. Yeah. Blazing Saddles is not nearly as good as Young Frankenstein, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and Spaceballs. I do like Robin Hood Men in Tights.
They're all good.
Yeah. History of the World Part 1. Thought that was a piano. Well, if I can't summon a henway, can it summon an updog?
I don't get it.
Yes. What's updog? Yeah. Someone pulled that on me and I kept yelling at him, "What the fuck is updog?" We almost lost a $50 hand car.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, okay.
Which you haven't seen.
I don't know. You're supposed to say, "What's a henway?" Yeah, I did. You missed it. I said that earlier. I said, "What's a henway?"
Oh, man.
Oh, man. All right.
All right.
I think we're caught up.
We are caught up.
Yeah, so
But
that's what we got.
This is what's cooking. This is what's coming down the pipeline.
Right.
In a couple of months, we'll have more to say about it.
Yeah.
More will be revealed as time goes on.
Yeah, and we'll have some videos about it and stuff like that as it gets closer.
But we wanted to...
but that'll be ramping up more towards when Colts is about to come out.
Yep. So
Yeah, that's what we've got going on.
tuned for that. And now Evan has an idea of what may happen.
Yeah, yeah.
What might
Well,
be
it's not
out
what
there.
might happen, but what might be out there. Yeah.
What might be out there. That's right.
Right.
But all right.
All right. Should I
Well,
do the
shall
giveaway?
we-
Should we do the giveaway?
Yeah, we got to
All
pull
right.
up the Oh, you have it up.
What do we have? Let's do the giveaway in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
In case anyone else wants to get in
To
on
get
it.
in on it. Yeah. That's fair.
Visit the link and sign up for the notification. Hell yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you, dude.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Malachi, for doing that for us. Yeah, you can go get signed up to find out more about this as stuff comes out, and especially when it's going to go live.
True.
Because that is going to be, it's going to be great. I'm very excited. I can't wait. I can't wait.
If you liked the Shucked Oyster, if you loved the Shucked Oyster, even, it's more of that, more style turned to up to 11 and more scope.
Right.
Increased scope. And more player options.
Yeah. Signed up. Nice. Thank you, man.
Thank you, dude.
See if we missed anything else in the chat. Anything interesting we wanted to.
Let's see.
I love Birthright, but sold it all off except the miniatures.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I really like Birthright. It's really interesting. I was telling Nick earlier today, though, I got to this point. Some of the fantasy names are a little much. It's like, I just make it more intelligible. Like, I used to love learning all of the lore about things and all the fantasy names. I don't have the patience for that sort of thing anymore. I can understand a couple of different family names, but if you're making up the names of like people and stuff, I don't want to hear that. But it's worse.
Cool it with the apostrophes.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. And this was one thing where like I was really, really into the setting. And I'm in the third book now, reading about, basically it's like the first book is an atlas. It gives you an overview of the mythology and the kind of descriptions of the different peoples that populate the world. Some important stuff on there, but it's a high level thing. The second book is the rules, because there's rules expansions to existing stuff in AD&D 2, and it's honestly a lot of it's self-contained. The domain management system, aside from interaction with certain proficiencies that allow you to do things on certain turns, that's like its own thing. You can port that to a different system very easily. But that also gives you a whole lot of information more about the mythology and how it actually affects your characters and what your characters do with it. And then the last part of it is a much more detailed look at like the starting region of the game, which is like one nation-sized place that has all these other domains. And it's awesome because each domain has, you know, its regent, all of their kind of henchmen and lieutenants and everything like that. Conflicting motivations. It's very, very cool. But it gets to a point where it starts talking about the calendar. And so
you were telling me about this.
Birthright's calendar has 12 months. Each month has 4 weeks. Each week is 8 days. And that's already stupid and annoying to me. We know what a week is. Just have it be normal. Even if you just want to do, it's 28 days per month. Oh yeah, and every month is 30 days. If you fuck with the calendar like this, I want to like physically harm you in like a legally actionable way. It's so annoying. It gets worse than this though, than changing it to 8 days, 30 days a month, 12 months, all this other shit. It's that each region has a different calendar and has a different like starting year that they think it is. So it's like, oh, well, this region actually thinks it's the year 500, but this one's calendar says it's the year 2051. And I was like, I don't care. Like, none of this fucking matters except to make it more complicated for me. And I hate you for doing that. That really pissed me off. But Birthright as a setting is really, really cool. And they have this mechanic in it called blood theft that's very much like Diabolism.
Yep.
So there's like an inbuilt incentive. Diablery. Yeah, not Diabolism. Diablery. That makes it very important, or it gives you an incentive to like do PvP and all sorts of other shit. The characters are very interesting. It's a good setting, and it's shocking the difference in quality between TSR and modern WotC.
The books look amazing, and the maps look amazing as well.
Everything in it was like insanely high quality. And And not just the physical quality, but just the quality of the writing and everything. It's
Right.
night and day with modern D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Shadowrun content would be cool. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Your wish is our
Indeed.
command. Ghosts of Mars is fun so long as you turn off your brain and enjoy the spectacle. Doesn't live up to anything else Carpenter made. Yeah. Shadowrun feels like Cyberpunk plus D&D.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a cyberpunk genre with magic and a lot of your recognizable fantasy races. But it's not the same in terms of, like, you're not adventurers in the same way. But you are very much like punks in cyberpunk. You're Shadowrunners.
Shockingly, I find the pop cultural references in Cyberpunk far more immersion breaking than the Gonzo Shadowrun world.
I didn't find... I actually like the cyberpunk, like, world setting. I didn't find it jarring at all. I read... So they give the whole preamble, the whole prehistory of the Shadowrun world, which, if I remember correctly, is in 2050. It's so bad. It's such a product of a Gen X mind. It's really I hated it. The world is still very cool to me, but it's the natives and all the quote unquote good people rose up, and even though there are like 3 or 4 global plagues that each wipe out 25% of the world population, somehow things are still able to chug along, basically. There's multiple disasters that would be truly civilization destroying.
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. It's a terrible introduction to a setting, but
Right.
it's like, listen, I don't give a shit where the orcs and the elves came from.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need an explanation. It's cyberpunk genre with humans, elves, orcs, trolls, and
Right.
and whatever.
Right.
Got it. I'm already on board.
Yeah.
Stop ruining it by trying to tell me there's an inexplicable, like, Gaia wakes up or something. Who knows? You know, it's the age of Aquarius now. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Not in my game if I ever
Yeah.
run it. Like,
Well, I would suggest taking a look at Modern Necessities because that's basically what it is. It's like some dimensions collided, and now there's castles and skyscrapers next to each other, and so
Yeah.
there's orcs, and they have mithril plated
I'm fine with, like, the setting, the world as presented in, like, the current day when the game takes place. I don't need to know, I don't care about, and I will actively deny all the bullshit they said between, like, the year 1996 and 2050.
Yeah.
Who cares? We got here, there's cyberware, there's deckers, and there's trolls. Got it. Ready to go.
Anxious to get Horde Wars on the table. You should. It's a lot of fun.
Let's scroll down. Let's see if we missed anything
If there's anything new.
new. There we
yeah.
go.
There we go. So compare and contrast Vampire the Masquerade 2nd Edition Player's Guide covers versus the Vampire Behind You. I prefer this one.
Yeah.
I know which cover you're talking about, which is also a Caldwell piece, with the chick with the sunglasses, and she's like,
It's also that's
also
very cool.
good. Yeah, it's very cool, but I do like this. My favorite setting is probably Mistara.
I don't know anything about it. I'm
Yeah,
aware of
neither
it,
do I.
don't know anything about it.
Never heard of Birthright before. I'll look into it.
Oh,
yeah,
you should.
So, yeah, it's out of print, but the
Diversity
PDF...
in Dragons has a
Yeah,
Is it a
Diversity
video
in
or a
Dragons
stream
has several
talking about
videos
it?
about
Yeah.
it. He just made another one this week, or maybe it was last week. But yeah, he's been running Birthright since he got it in the 1990s, like 1995, I
wild.
think. Yeah, he's had like a 30-year multi-generational campaign, and it's the perfect kind of campaign for that because it's about bloodlines and kings. It's awesome. But this isn't a hands-on review. That's true.
Talked about US v Canada.
If you're going to have multiple fake calendars in a setting, it needs to be played for a joke like Discworld. Yeah. Fucking update bell does nothing.
Oh,
Check your settings both on your phone and at the app level to make sure that its notifications are turned on. Because if there's like multiple ways that it can fail. And then maybe just YouTube sucks sometimes. Canada booed the U.S. national anthem earlier in the tournament. The U.S. beat up 3 Canadians, and this game has been neck and neck. Basically, better All-Stars hockey. Nice. I wouldn't just use the Earth calendar, but my setting has 3 worlds named Earth, and they don't remember which one is the worst.
which Earth? Which one? Which Earth are you
Which
from?
Earth are you from? I love Shadowrun, but my first contact with its rules was 5th edition. Fuck that noise. Yeah. Cool setting, awful rules. So many games like this.
Sad but true.
Yeah. It is totally played like D&D with Cyberpunk to me every time I've played Shadowrun, no matter how gritty and grounded a DM tries to make it. I've got various Shadowrun 3 ebooks and PDFs. I'd love to run it. So many systems, so little time. That is true. Yeah. I have the Shadowrun 2e core book. Okay. I don't know if that's a good one or not.
I think I have a bunch of Shadowrun 2e source books. But the 2e core book was not for sale at the shop I got them from in Newport News.
Favorite setting is Greyhawk, but I sold all of that off too. Ooh. Well, what do you know? It's in the 2024 DMG, and I'm sure they've done a great job with it. How Orcs came about is the same as how did this boar come into existence? Exactly. Shadowrun was originally connected to Earth Dawn.
Really? I don't know anything about Earth Dawn. It's another setting I'm aware of, but don't know anything about. But I did not know the connection.
Shadowrun was written in 1989. Most of Gen X was still in high school.
But yeah, this is the same. Like, there are quintessentially millennial things that were, of course, written by Gen Xers.
Yeah.
Or, Zoomer things that were written by millennials. But it's
Bastard Princess review when? Soon-ish, but I've got a couple things in the pipe, but I do need to get back to that. That's Nick Beardia's adventure that he sent me like a long time ago that I never reviewed. But I do need to review that. Mystara is the default setting for Beck Me D&D.
Oh, okay.
All right. Vampire seems like you'd need women to play, or just preferably, which is cool.
A lot of women will naturally want to play vampire if you explain what it is to them.
Yeah.
And show them the art.
Anyone know if there's a Victorian Monster Hunter game? I'm sure there are. Yeah.
Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm sure that there are.
Yeah. I know mostly about the Shadowrun novels and video games, which were mostly amazing.
Would the vampire behind you be in a modern Ravenloft?
No. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Cyberpunk's setting is fun because the dark future was caused by the Federal Reserve. Mike Pondsmith does not understand his own lore. I like playing with women.
That's probably true.
Then vampire's the way to go, man.
Yeah, definitely.
By women, you mean Bigfoot? Got him. Shadowrun felt like someone wanted to run, but the players refused to play normal humans and talk to the DM into allowing elves and dwarves. Oh, that's right. Bison, set in the Victorian era. 29 sessions into a campaign now. Damn.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's Free League, I think?
Yes.
Mr. Welch is a big Mystara fan. I don't know who that is.
He's a YouTuber. I've seen his videos show up on my feed, but I haven't checked any of them out yet.
Only thing I know about Beck Me is that Beck Me Berserker Guy's videos, which are entertaining. He's definitely passionate.
Oh, we like that.
Most good artists don't really understand their work. I actually kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Two best YouTubers to learn about Mystara are Mr. Welsh and Beck Me Berserker.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Good
let me
to
get
know.
Let me get this wheel set up.
Yes. Why don't we move the chat to over here so we can see
Good call.
who we need to add?
Well, the chat, remember, isn't going to have the whole history. So take me a second.
Oh, it's still not okay.
Wheel of names. Here we go. Get rid of all those names from last time. And then I need to go to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I know where to find the names this time. Let me move the...
Birthright seems primed for domain play. It seems
it's
that
about
way.
that. It is about that. Like, they suggest basically, so the domain system, the domain turns, so to speak, are, oh my god, you piece of crap, just move. No. Oh my god, I hate you so fucking much right now.
Okay, Dolo, you're very generous.
Yes. Okay, now OBS is on that side.
Okay.
So then I go here. Supers.
There we go.
There we go. All right. We're going to start. Let me move over
20th, that's where it starts. Okay. Perfect.
This one? Yeah, there we go. And then we need...
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Need to move
Why is it not
here?
There we
There
go.
we go. Nope, don't want to see that. All right, so we got that. Hold on.
Can you just put that in another window?
Yes.
I'll say it now. Rigged.
All right, hold on. It's finding this Chrome. So hold on. I need to... Let me get rid of that real quick. I know this is super entertaining, guys. This is what we want, but I need a new window over here.
Uh-huh.
Wheel of names. No. I need a new window.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Move this here.
This wheel is basically a voting machine.
Yeah, it's brought to you by Dominion. Where the
All
hell
right.
is this thing? There we go. Supers.
Uh-huh.
All.
There we go.
Start
There
here.
we go.
All right. First one. We had
Aaron
Klein.
Jack McCarthy.
Jack McCarthy.
FCC Photo.
FCC Photo.
Rob McKenna.
Rob McKenna.
Common J. Your trumpet is Australian Buckaroos, so unfortunately...
Sorry, your trumpet. Yeah.
Gonna scroll up.
Scroll up. Yeah. K Dolo.
Yep. Drunken Dragons.
Drunk
And Dragons. Paladin. Well, do we count $4.99?
We count $4.99.
All right.
That's yeah. Because sometimes on the app it does
Yeah.
it by 99-cent increments, which is stupid.
It is.
Andrew
McGraw.
McGraw.
Grack RPG.
Crack RPG.
We gotta scroll up. We've already got,
got Jack
McCarthy already.
Kramer.
Michael Kramer. Porch.
Mayor McCheese.
$2.
Up $2. Sorry, man.
Well, except $4.99, but
Yeah.
and
Wingnut.
Wingnut is Australian
That's
bucks.
Australian bucks. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it.
I was raised a poor orc child.
I was raised a poor orc child.
There we go. And that should be all.
Nope.
Oh, no, there's more. There's more. By God.
Rob McKenna.
Rob.
The
Esoteric Order of Nerdity. And Common J. We have Common J. And I think
All right. I think that
should be
everyone.
All right. I'll pick an even
All right.
longer name next time.
Yeah. All right. So
are we ready, boys?
Are we ready, boys? We're gonna click to spin.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3.
Holy shit.
Drunken Dragons.
Dragons, all right.
It was almost K Dolo again.
Yeah. Which would be funny.
All right.
All right, dude. Congrats.
Congrats, Drunken Dragons.
Yeah.
I hope you're still
Vault
watching.
of Magic is yours.
I'm going to, I'm going to have to guess I tag him on the fucking video. If he's not still in the chat,
Yeah.
I'm going to tag him on the comments on the video, and I'll make a post about it as well. So he'll hopefully see those tags and contact us, and we will send out Vault of Magic to you.
Indeed.
And we really thank you guys for all the super chats.
Thank
and
you
whatnot.
guys.
Yeah, I think we've got another 10 minutes or so. Drunk and Dragons 1.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. All right,
That
let me
was
move
fun.
this back over here.
Absolutely rigged. Called it.
That's
There
what
we go.
Buckquack was saying about the last
Yeah.
one. And yet he still ended up
He ended up getting it after all.
after all because K Dolo was like, give it to Buckquack. All right. He does not appear to be in chat. All right, that's cool.
Okay.
We'll tag him on the video, comment, we'll make a post about it.
Yep.
And it will be up to him to, reach out to us and give us his address.
Right.
We're all wieners. Also, yeah, Black Lodge Games, who's the hottie in the back? I don't know what her name is, but that is from Ravenloft. It is a painting called Midnight Snack because she is...
Indeed. Whoa.
Well, that's us. Image. Nope.
Nope.
Okay, that's not it. Well, it's not going to let me move it. But she's just killed someone and drank their blood. But it's a Clyde Caldwell piece.
Yep.
For everyone else, here's your participation trophy. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. There you go. See, it's not all bad.
What do you look for in a fantasy setting? What draws your attention?
Just something that's original and passionate. Just passion.
Yeah.
And passion really just doesn't.
I really like... I like settings that are like England. Like medieval England.
Yeah.
I like English folklore.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
Knights and fucking goblins and fairies and elves.
Something that has a unique vision and
Yeah.
something that is just unapologetically heroic.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's just anything that's actually heroic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like sincerely
Right.
heroic. And you can tell when it's fake or when it's forced.
I got a question. Has VTM or VTR ever made a medieval fantasy version instead of modern day setting? The answer is yes.
Not a medieval fantasy in like a D&D way, but there's Dark Ages vampire.
Dark Ages vampire. Yes. And I think there's probably also something in the Dark Eras books from New World of Darkness for
there
vampire,
is.
but I'm sure it's not
Good.
It's probably not good. It's also very small because it's a short thing because the Dark Eras books covered every game in the line in one book.
But Dark Ages V20 Dark Ages is amazing. It is currently the most. I have the deluxe version because I kickstarted it way back when. It is currently the most beautiful RPG book I own, possibly to be dethroned by Ars Magica when that comes in.
Dark Ages, yep. Fairies and goblins are French firstly. Don't care. I like English folklore and I like Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. And I like England. I like the aesthetic of medieval England.
Yep.
Medieval Europe in general is very cool.
Just medieval Western Europe.
Yeah. But it's
Which
like
everybody says is boring and played out, but it's not.
They've never hardly
It's
any
never been
settings have
done.
done. Hardly any settings have done that stuff. Even if it's a fantasy setting that's not Europe, it's like if you take the aesthetics of that and actually run with it, it's very cool. Requiem also had the Rome book, which is correct.
True.
Requiem for Rome is very good, and that is where the Strix first made their appearance, which are a rather large part of Vampire the Requiem now. Do either of you play Crusader Kings 3? I have not played it.
I haven't.
I've heard it's good, though.
Yeah. I've watched the Seth video. I have played a lot of Europa Universalis 4, though.
The Seth video of Crusader Kings is great.
Yeah.
I'd like to stay in the style and tech of a particular century. Don't like it all over the place. Yeah, for the most part.
Yep.
Got that wrong way around. The French are fairies and goblins. Got them. The Normans dominated England for a bit, ported the French culture and the folklore over. Perfect. Yeah, so it belongs to England now. If you really want to be strict on time period, that's where issues come in. Otherwise, fair and respectable. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to be autistic about it, but
Yeah.
just make something that makes sense and is good.
Yeah. Seriously.
Don't make a watered down Ren Fair. For the love of God.
Ugh.
But all right.
Cool. Anyway,
Good
I think
stuff.
we're pretty much at time.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any other questions about the Oysterverse
Oyster Loft.
or
Oysterverse.
anything like that?
If not,
If not, we'll give you another
don't
minute
worry,
or so.
'cause
Wait for those comments to come in. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a night.
yeah. But as we did say, there's going to be more videos to come.
Oh yeah.
More information. This is just the first taste, the first real full announcement.
Medieval Western Europe, as it collides with all kinds of stuff, is awesome. Contrast point toward pre-Christian pagan traditions, remnants of Rome, folklore amplified, influences from nearby regions and subculture. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do like internally consistent
That's right.
worlds. I'm not pretentious enough for a Ren Fair. Ren Fairs are fun. When return to Mithras videos? Probably not long from now. I need to really sit down and read classic fantasy before I do that review. I mean, obviously, but that will take a little while. Doing a Mithras hands-on review might do that, but we'll see.
Drunken Dragons is back.
Oh, Drunken Dragons.
You did
Yeah,
win.
you did win. Yeah, awesome. So okay.
Congratulations,
Drunken,
dude. So-
Drunken Dragons, please, if you're on Twitter, you can send us a direct message, or if you email blacklodgegamesrpg@gmail.com with your contact info, we will get you set up and we'll send this out to you.
Mm-hmm.
This book right here, Vault of Magic.
Indeed.
So let us know, either Twitter or email, and we'll do a little identity confirmation thing with you. So in case someone's watching this and tries to steal your book, they won't be able to do that. So yeah, let us know. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You'll
Well
be
deserved.
The proud owner of a Kobold Press book.
Yes. Thanks again to everybody
Yeah.
who jumped in. We will
I
have more next week.
I judge my fantasy settings by the amount of booba on the cover art. Good.
There you go.
Yeah.
And rightly so.
How big of a scope are you planning for Question a City in a World?
Well, for the Oysterverse, it's going to be essentially a world. It's not a planet with, but it's a full setting with multiple kingdoms, domains.
Right.
Plenty of opportunity to explore, travel, carve out your own domain if you
Right.
want to. If you want to take it to Mungo and his brides,
Yeah.
or the insane lich, or if you want to stake out the mud flats
Yeah.
for your own.
Or if you want to start and win Mud War 3, you could probably do that.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But the
if you're
thing
good
is,
enough.
just through random events and stuff, Mud War 3 might start,
Who knows? Who knows?
which could be a funny thing to have. Like,
Yeah.
this is an interesting idea. So, you know how in the Shucked Oyster, if you guys have it out there, there's kind of two world states with the Shucked Oysters. You have, it's open for business or it burns down. And based on that state, you have random encounters that happen before it's burned down and after it's burned down. And you switch back and forth between these tables as it gets rebuilt and burns down over and over again. So there's slightly different events and there's different ways to get you involved. We could have
Mud War's on or Mud War is...
Mud War on, Mud War off.
Yeah. Maybe.
Which would be pretty funny.
It would be funny. We'll have to think about that.
We'll have to think about that.
I like that idea, though.
Yeah. Yeah. But the scope is we're not going to do block by block city things for
No.
everything. No, it's going to be, you're going to get countries, domains essentially that you can, with a bunch of important people, points of interest.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this place? Tons of random encounters. What are the kinds of dungeons you might find? The only real dungeon, so to speak, that is going to be in this is going to be Mungo's Castle, because Castle of the Bloodlord is the kind of included adventure. But we will have additional dungeons that fit perfectly in this world for sale. And we'll have those relatively soon, some of those relatively soon as well. But that's kind of the scope of it. It's a big, it's a big bundle of regions.
Yeah. And then, of course, like we said, associated new monsters, classes, races,
player
etc.
options.
Player options.
Yeah, races, classes, spells, magic items, probably monsters as well. But it'll be just completely compatible with Shadow Dark. So, and you will need Shadow Dark to run it. There'll be a lot, like all the monsters in the Shadow Dark book will be assumed to be in this game as well. In this campaign setting, rather.
Yep.
There are a lot of Mithras supplements. There are. I'm really hoping that we get some more news about Mythic Greece. Which has been in the works for a very long time. But I think last I'd heard it's supposed to be coming out this year. And I hope that that's true, because I want it. Yeah. Classic Fantasy is on the way. We will be doing that. Rewatch Trill's video on collaborative world building. What do you guys think of players building the game world with the GM? What limits, if any, should be placed on players making the world?
What do you think the player building the game?
So I didn't see that Trill video yet.
I haven't watched that video yet. I would say we have to be agreeing on a milieu. We have to be, are we serious about this? You know, like, if we're trying to do a thing, you know, that we're all agreed, you can't, we're doing a fantasy world. You can't put the USS Enterprise in there. Like,
Why
don't
not?
be, like...
Why not?
Get out. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Canada won. God damn it.
It's so over.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking of, Benj, except I'm not very British, so I feel a bit behind the curve when trying to consider using it. Nature, historic accuracy, and so many Mithras players actually apparently being based around that region. It's a bit intimidating. Oh, this must be for like Mythic Britain or something.
Oh, interesting.
Medieval Britain is perfect for the Canticle, given that you historically had Christians, Anglo-Saxon pagans, cults of Mithras, Sybil, is that how you say it?
I don't know.
And Ishtar all at the same time at some point. Yeah. Consider watching Fortress of Lu, Craig Kenfor, and Survive the Jive for some mythological stuff.
Okay.
Cool. Like, if it's going to be Dark Ages, you can't have full plate.
Yeah, if it's Dark Ages specifically, yeah.
Is there a place that you guys recommend going to find like-minded players and just looking for a good community to bounce ideas off of Love Ball?
Well, there is, of course, our
locals
community. If you go to blacklodgegames.locals.com, use promo code FREN, F-R-E-N. We've got about 50 active people there right now. The Basic Experts Gilded is a good place. If you're interested in Mithras, the Mithras Discord is good. Broken Blade has a great Discord as well for his games. Streets of Peril and the upcoming Oathhammer.
Those are good places. To start.
Good places to start. Yeah. Shadow Dark 1, not Mithras. I guess that makes sense, but I hope there will be some way to gracefully convert. For the Oysterverse?
For the Oysterverse?
I don't think so.
Not mechanically, but I mean, again, if you want to take the theme, like a theme, like a premise is a premise, but
yeah, the premise is a premise, and the characters, but the mechanics are very, very different, though. Yeah,
right.
You could use classic fantasy. You could definitely use classic fantasy and just swap out the monsters, basically. You would have to convert like new monsters and stuff like that, things that aren't necessarily in classic fantasy, but you could definitely use classic fantasy. Read the High Crusade. A bunch of knights from the 1300s take over a UFO after aliens try to kill them, then overthrow an evil empire. It's awesome. I have heard that it's awesome. Cybelly? Oh, Cybelly. Yeah. Got it.
Pronunciation.
Yeah. Much the same. Got to have good players. I had a player that used a collab world building opportunity in a metagamey way. Just got to be careful with all the things. Yeah. My feeling on this is
Vet
no.
your players.
It's just no.
Yeah.
Don't have the players make the world. GM chooses the. Unless everyone's like, hey, I really want to play this game. Will you run it? That's fine. But generally, just if the GM wants to run a game and it sounds interesting to you, that's his world. And
Right.
you're a player in it, and he is the game master of it. But I don't like the idea
I'm not
of the
really
collaborative
interested in
creative
doing
thing.
collaborative world building.
I imagine Mythic Greece is going to be a big book. Yeah.
I would imagine so.
If I can put the oyster in my Lancer game, you can do it in Mythos.
If I can put the oyster in my Lancer game, you can do
Yeah.
That's true. That's crazy. I never thought that would happen, but that is awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
when you've been piloting a mech all day, you need a place to unwind.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys,
But-
we're gonna call it. We've been streaming for 2 hours now. Thank you so much
Yep.
for joining us. People talking about verisimilitude, all good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see all of you. We will see you next week, and we'll
That's
have
right.
another giveaway.
Yep.
But this was a lot of fun, and it's been good to see you guys. All right,
Hell yeah. Take it easy, boys.
take it easy.